Strange RV tours will take you places with Greg and Janet's smiling faces. You might see a crazy flavored soda review or some tips to fix your RV too. So come along, won't you join us, friend, as we discover what's around the bend. Just sit right back in your easy chair. Strange RV Tours is on the air. Strange RV Tours is on the air.
Hey folks, it's Greg and Janet. We're out in Belmont, Nevada, a living ghost town, and we found some really interesting stuff here we're going to show you guys. So join us, let's have some fun. Belmont has been around since the 1860s, and we found a bunch of relics. It's an old mining town, and this is the first little gem that we have for you today. We found Fred Sanford's truck.
Look at this. Yeah. Look.
I don't know what that is.
It looks like it's something that goes to like a wagon.
Yeah, that's definitely something that goes to something.
Yeah. Look at this little culture.
Alright, see what we got in here. How cool. Neat old car. Truck. Engine still intact and in it. I think it's going to need some fresh oil before I try to start it though.
This looks like a little plow.
Yeah, definitely.
Wow.
We've got a makeshift carriage here to haul lumber. Belmont is a living ghost town. There are still residents here in the town. The mines, I think, pretty much went bust around 1905.
Yeah, there's over 15,000 people here at one time.
Somebody's got a bar up there in the back of a wagon. Some more equipment. Look at the size of that saw. Woo, that's a big old boy. Still turns.
Look, this is a John Deere. It
Yeah?
says John Deere here.
Really?
Yeah. John Deere.
That's an oldie.
Moline.
Moline, Illinois.
Okay. Wow.
Here's
Number 4 big.
some type of a tank cover here. We had one of these.
Yep.
We won one of those buckets, I guess you'd call them, in an auction. Had that in our backyard in Vegas for several years. Still there when we sold the place.
Mining equipment. So cool.
Yeah, here you go. Here's a pulley here's a pulley system when your motor gives out. You get the hand crank.
The auto crane.
Oof.
Huh.
No, thank you.
Look, there's water coming out here. Look, it's got a little...
Natural spring, huh?
Yeah, I guess so. Oh, it says no overnight camping.
Uh-huh.
Look how old that sign is.
Yeah, there is a campground on the other side of town. I wanted to show you guys this spot right over here though. This is the Ernst house from 1870. This is what's left of the Ernst place.
Here's a way in, baby.
Is there?
Yeah, looks like it.
I don't know that I want to go in there.
No, come on.
Thank goodness. You're going to make me go in there with the snakes. Wow, that's amazing that place is still standing. Kind of.
Oh, look at that. Look behind that.
Oh yeah, that's part of the house, isn't it?
Yeah, looks like it. That's all the way down.
The whole place is collapsing.
And walking gently because I think sinkholes and stuff.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh my gosh. Oh,
Yikes.
yikes.
Ham's beer. Got a Ham's beer can. All right, here's we're back out in the main part of Belmont, and this is a house that has collapsed. Our building, I don't know if it was a house. It looks like it's probably a commercial building at one time. I'm gonna walk around to the front because this whole section up here of the downtown Belmont area is all buildings that have either collapsed or are in the process of collapsing. See if any of them have information signs on them or what they got. I thought this one had an information sign on it, but no, it's actually the 10 Commandments. Look at this little old miner's shack here. It says no overnight camping on the front of it, so obviously somebody's tried to camp inside of this house at one time, or at least in this area. And here's a commercial building that is no more. Looks like this shack has been placed here in front of what was originally a building that collapsed. Right next to that we have another collapsed building. This was the Cosmopolitan from 1867 to 1920, so I'm guessing this was probably a bar. Right across from the Cosmopolitan, we have the bank building. This bank building was built in 1868. And there's a few bricks of it that are still here. Wow. Is that... They had a safe that was down in a lower section behind the building.
Really?
Yeah. Had to. Look how little the front part of the building is, but they got this big area back here that drops way down.
Oh, man.
They must have had a staircase going down to it.
Wow. How cool.
See?
Yeah.
I'm assuming that was probably part of the original structure. Got a lot of rocks on top of it if it's not.
Wow. That seemed like that in the old West, they did that quite a bit. They were down in the basements.
See, keep cool down there. And I have no idea what building was here. Wow, here's another one that had a basement, huh?
Yeah, I saw another one. I guess it's the best way to stay cool during summer. That's
actually a smart idea. If you build your commercial buildings on the side of a hill, you can give all of them basements. It's amazing. Just a total wreck. I don't see any signs as to what these buildings could have, would have, or should have been. Yeah, well, I thought this was the outside of a building and this was probably an alley, but it does look like there may have been an opening in the side of this building at one time. So this may have been another building. Who knows? Oh, I know what this was. Definitely. This was the Keep Out store. This is where they made Keep Out signs. You know, this place, I bet they got robbed a lot. Look, you could just walk right in there. In all seriousness, this is really pretty fascinating. I like the way that they built these walls. These are all stones indigenous of this area. It looks like all they did was fashion some mortar to put in between them. They're very rustic, which is, they're beautiful though. Gorgeous walls. My goodness. It would cost an arm and a leg to build walls like that out of rock today. Wow. All right, let's make the long trek across the street again and see the relics that they have down at Belmont. Is displaying their brand new fire truck here. That's actually a beautiful fire truck, isn't it? Yes. I mean, look at it. That's a piece of artwork right there. It looks like it reminds me of one of the old carriages from back in the Roman times. With this section back here.
You see them like standing up right here, holding here and here, standing there in their gear, going.
Forget that. I'd be standing right here with the bullwhip, whipping the driver. Go faster, go faster. That's cool.
See, standing on the back, holding on. Wow. Amazing.
The Lady Guardian of Old Belmont. The grand old building to the left, once known as the Philadelphia House, was built by the Combination Silver Mining Company of New York in 1866, constructed of native stone acquired from a nearby quarry. It goes on to say that this was where the superintendent lived for the mine here, and all the mine operations were basically run out of here, and that the mine produced $15 million in minerals in 20 years. The house right here in front of us is the Philadelphia House. Afterwards, the building had various residents, one of which was a tall, tough woman with severe blue eyes named Rose Walter. Born in Barley Creek, Nevada, Rose lived in Belmont as a young girl. She later married Jack, a miner who succumbed to silicosis in the early 1950s. Not wanting to leave Belmont after his death, she remained for another 30 years, eventually becoming the sole permanent resident and self-appointed protector of Belmont. Rose carried a .44 caliber pistol, which she used to dispatch rattlesnakes. "I aim for the head and never miss," she used to say. And she was a tough old lady. This is the lady that ran the Manson family off. The Belmont Courthouse is right over here behind these trees. The Manson family came out here and they thought they were going to squat in that building. And supposedly Rose Walter ran them off. I don't know if she was carrying her .44 gun that day, but that may have been how she was able to run them off. Before leaving, though, one of the Manson family members carved Charles Manson and family into one of the door sills inside of the courthouse. All right, we got a little machine here. What is this? It says it's this is a Caterpillar, Jan.
Wow.
That's a little bitty tractor. I don't even know what they'd use that for. Wow, that's a serious winch and crane for back in the day.
That's for your horses and your cattle.
Oh my gosh, really?
How old that is.
Modern technology right there. Pull that with a Model T.
Grader.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that is. That's for clearing roads. Wow. And if you decide to make the trip out here to Belmont, they do have some really nice horseshoe pits here.
Yep. Pretty neat.
This is actually a really neat town.
It is.
Yeah.
More horses.
Just wonder how many snakes are sitting at the bottom of that pile.
Don't even think that.
All right, folks. Well, if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, the subscribe button, hit the little bell up in the corner. Please share these videos. Check out our Patreon site. And Miss Janet, you get the last word again.
Max keeps tugging. That's why I can't sit still. He loves being out and about.
You guys take it easy. We'll talk at you later. Bye-bye.